IQ is one of the best predictors for success. There is simply no way around it, and we have a lot of research in psychology and other fields of science on it. IQ is largely believed to be immutable, but that is only partially true. In a sense, it can be moved around by quite a bit. And especially in meditation, there are certain phases that almost feel like a level up in video games, where something just clicks and there is a huge amount of progress at once. And at some point, you just seem to get it. But let us now try to understand this effect and why it works and shed some light on it. Well, but first, a few examples by famous people who also describe this effect. Daniel Ingram, the author, describes it as follows. Those with a strong philosophical bent will find that they can now philosophize rings around those who have not attained to this stage of insight. Further, if you have read about the lives of great philosophers, many report episodes that are spiritually related, at the start of their careers, for example. And René Descartes and many others come to mind. And in the book The Mind Illuminated, which is a very famous meditation book, a similar effect is described, where a meditator is suddenly full of insights and ideas and profound knowledge. And he describes it as follows. As attention grows more stable and mindfulness more powerful, your ability to think suddenly improves. The mind becomes more creative and ideas are linked together in novel ways. But he also warns us, yet discursive brilliance can quickly become a trap, drawing you away from the practice. If you have meaningful insights, set them aside for another time, and when you meditate, just meditate. You can always think during the rest of the day. And even the very famous Sadhguru, with millions of followers on YouTube, describes that people who have even remotely tasted access to consciousness have greatly enhanced abilities to communicate and reason. You seem to quite literally tap into some illusory power of the universe. And I too can attest to all those statements, even if they might sound a bit lofty at first. When I think back, there was a prominent cutoff point in meditation where gears just clicked into place and a lot of things suddenly became quite effortless. I never was a very philosophical person, but at some point, it was just an episode of a few weeks, I understood everything without much effort, which was quite interesting. And now it is just the default. And to explain all of this, it could be quite simple. Strong mindfulness turns off a lot of the post-processing steps the mind usually does. Those take up a vast amount of mental capacity, and once that amount of capacity becomes free, we can use it for other purposes. And mindfulness can mean that our minds do a lot less than usual, and we can thus willingly direct our mental powers. However, as I understand it, it only seems like a cutoff point. In reality, it is just a gradual process with a sudden realization at the end that you get it. The process is rather continuous until there. Okay, but let us now come to the most important points. There are certain prominent cutoff points in meditation. Those are observed by many advanced meditators. And those sometimes happen after a big seeming event in meditation or something like that. Afterwards, people often report greatly enhanced mental capacities and abilities. And higher intelligence, the communication abilities and other things are often named. The Buddha called this his meditative training good in the beginning, middle and end for a reason. There are rewards all along the way, wherever you look. And this is just one small piece of reward that you can expect. Okay, and that is pretty much it for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave it a thumbs up and maybe subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you feel like I missed something or misrepresented something, please let me know in the comment section so that other people and especially I can benefit from your wisdom. But until then, I wish you a pleasant day and goodbye.